So Ben, a lot of times when I'm working with a student that's getting ready to graduate from the Guitars for Vets program, I
Mm.
always ask them, are you a guitar player? And a lot of them, and I think it's a confidence thing, but even going through getting their guitar and graduating, a lot of them don't feel like they can wear that label. Let me ask you about songwriting. When did you become a songwriter? I mean, how do you define that for yourself?
I mean, I think what we were talking about when I had the little break from the Britney Spears tour, and I was able to sit down and say, you know what, I'm gonna write some songs. I mean, I can play guitar, I can sing. I'm gonna just try to write some songs. That's basically when I became a songwriter, and then basically when I decided, okay, I'm gonna record this one. I'm not just
Yep.
in my bedroom, but I had a friend that had a recording studio in his house. It was like $50 an hour to help me kind of get it together, and then went through all the steps of hiring the musicians, hiring the, you know, really getting everything together, and then all the steps of the editing afterwards and all this stuff, which takes a long time. But once that was done, I mean, I was a songwriter. I mean, it wasn't like the song was on the released all over the world or anything, but at that point I felt I was a songwriter, and it was just something. Okay, this is something I can do, and I'm loving being here today because I think a lot of people, they just feel like, oh, songwriting is just, it's some kind of magical thing that I won't be able to do. And it is kind of magical because you're really creating something out of nothing, pretty much nothing, or maybe you borrowed something or somebody helped you with an idea. Um, but anybody can do it, and it really is just like if you sit there and practice your C major scale over and over and over and over, you're going to get good at playing the C major scale eventually. And it's the same thing with sitting down trying to write songs. And there's definitely techniques you can do and things you can do to kind of help you get going. But I think really it's just you have to make the decision. I'm going to be a songwriter, and maybe it's just somebody telling you, hey, you could be a songwriter, you could do this. Anybody could do this. You don't need to go to school to be a songwriter. You don't need to have a music degree and anything to be a songwriter. Most of the best ones I think out there are really self-taught. So that's what I would like to say, and what I would like to kind of get across today, that man, anybody can do this. And it's really fun. It's really fun if you come up with something that you're proud of and you can play with your buddy and play with your band and hopefully record. It's a nice feeling. So hopefully I can kind of help some people kind of get going, because I think there's a roadblock there, like, oh, I can't do that. But you totally can, especially if you already play guitar a little bit. You already getting those creative muscles going, and then just learning to use your imagination a little bit more. It's going to happen. You just have to do it.
We talked to a lot of singer-songwriter veterans